Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to a new video of the channel. Today we bring a real all-terrain beast as we are going to see the skateboard from Kukirin. Specifically the G1 Pro model, which promises to have a lot of power with a premium aesthetic finish and that adapts to any type of terrain, with 10-inch wheels, 800 watts in 2 dual motors, disc brakes and much more, which we will discuss today. Stay to get to know it. This is Tech Ground. For those who don't know, Kukirin is a brand that has bet on electric mobility innovation, creating durable products with design with an aesthetic that, as you can see, catches the eye. And they guarantee good performance with a lot of power. In this case, we are going to focus on the Kukirin G1 Pro, which has positioned itself in the global market with products like this one. Before we continue, please subscribe if you haven't already and like this video to support our content. Let's unbox it so you can see what's included in the box. Let's go with the unboxing we've seen, where there's a box within a box, Matryoshka style. It was quite hard for me to get the scooter out due to its heavy weight. And inside the package, we find the Kukirin G1 Pro electric scooter, along with a toolkit that includes an Allen wrench and 8 screws. To connect the handlebar to the front mast, a user manual, and of course the charger. The scooter weighs 35 kilograms and measures 127 cm long when unfolded, 136 tamos high from the ground to the handlebar, and 105 tamos from the base to the handlebar itself. Designed for people who measure from 1.30 to 1.90 meters and can withstand a maximum load of 120 kilos. Made with a sturdy aluminum alloy, it has a robust and modern design, inspired by a cobra shape which gives it aerodynamics and aesthetics. As you can see, a skate that comes in a set of well-finished, well-constructed elements, and that is also going to give us, as I comment, that visual aesthetic so that it does not go unnoticed when you circulate around the city, I comment. Main features of the skate, and it has two 800-watt front and rear motors for total traction, a 48-volt and 20.8 ampere battery, with a range that will give us up to 70 kilometers of circulation. Charging in just 10 hours, we will have a battery, as I mentioned, of up to 70 kilometers per hour. However, it also depends on your usage, terrain and driving modes. As I mentioned, it has 3 modes. In Eco mode, the scooter will not exceed 15.5 miles per hour. The direct mode, I suppose, will reach the maximum 40 kilometers per hour, and the sport mode, which will already reach that maximum of 55 kilometers per hour. All of this can be configured on its screen that it has on the top, where we can see different parameters, like the trip, also have speed control, cruise, being able to see how the indicators work in real time, and many more features, which I will comment on later when we talk about the screen. In terms of braking, it has 2 disc brakes, front and rear, which will also ensure that you have safe braking on any type of terrain and on any journey. We now move on to the issue of grip, and it is that the scooter brings 10-inch wheels with studs to be able to also circulate on dirt, on stones or on irregular terrains. Within the aesthetics itself, we see, as I have mentioned before, the composition in aluminum alloy that combines very well with these orange colors typical of the brand, where we can see the orange fox, the logos on top of the base, that this base itself brings a non-slip rubber mat so that you can't slip on it, and that perfectly fits both feet. At the end of this base, we will have a support at the back that will also serve as a hook to lift the scooter, and that will allow us to rest the heel. If we want to go in a slightly more sporty position, both the front fork and the rear fork come in orange, as I mentioned, and both wheels come with mud guards to avoid those splashes of dirt. Depending on where you ride, they will be very useful for both water and dirt. In terms of lighting, it has front and rear turn signals on both sides, so it can be seen quite well when we are driving, and we can alert the rest of the vehicles that are on the road. And it also has a front light that is quite powerful and can be seen quite well, and a rear brake light that will flash when we press the levers to signal that we are braking. On the handlebar part, as I mentioned, we find the screen. This screen, which is a vertically elongated screen where we can see the signal when we have the lights on, the Bluetooth, the settings, detection of pedestrians and speed control for planes circulating on urban roads shared with pedestrians, cruise on top. A little bit lower, we will have the digits where it will mark the speed, right below the blinkers that will mark us when they are on one side or the other. The speed measurement that will go in kilometers per hour or miles per hour, and just below we can see that it has the option to see when we are in 1 traction, in 2 tractions, and the different Eco, Direct and Sport modes. And at the very bottom we will have the trip remaining 4 times to the power button. We will switch between the trip and the odometer to see the total kilometers we have from the scooter or the kilometers we are doing when we turn on the scooter itself. And below, some bars, which in this case are 5 bars, which will also indicate the battery level of the scooter. Underneath this screen we will find this hook that will also serve us as a hanger. In case we want to hang a bag here, we want to carry the jacket, or we want to leave any hanging item here that belongs to us. Handlebar. As we can see, the handles where we grip end in a slightly wider size to support the palms, the normal brakes, the important bell that we carry on this part here like a bike bell, and the control panel where we will have access, well, to both the indicators, the lights, and the ignition. And by pressing the buttons in different ways, we will go through the different modes and we can activate the different parameters of the scooter. Don't forget to mention that it has 3 ambient lights on each side to give it that aesthetic touch and to make you more visible at night. And at the back of the base there are also reflectors so that we can be seen at night and it reflects the light from other vehicles quite well. And at the front there's another one right above the mudguard below the mast. Well, and to finish also a little bit, as you can see the scooter is standing, and it's standing for a reason because it comes with this very robust leg with a rubber stopper. Also with a finish in orange and aluminum, and with a base that is also quite wide, which will allow us then to have a support on the surface in a consolidated and consistent way. And as you can see, you just support it and the skate automatically stays in its position, which gives the user security when they leave it on any surface. And the skate won't tip over because the leg is too weak or because there's a risk of it tipping over. Well, and now I'll tell you a bit about the general conclusions of what I think about this skate, and it's that we have a set of elements that make this skate worth having. It combines power, durability, a fairly long battery life, a lot of power. As I've mentioned, it can go up hills without any problem, inclined hills of up to a 20% incline. The speed practically doesn't decrease much. The visual aesthetic is very attractive with well combined colors and high quality material finishes, and the wheels allow us to move around without noticing too much. When we are on an uneven surface, for example on these streets that we have been rolling through the countryside, the grip, don't you notice that the skate slips excessively and makes you lose a bit of control? That, in general positive terms, it's a skate that is priced at 699 euros. And well, for what the skate is worth, it has quite professional features. I would call it a premium skate, which also competes with other high-end skates on the market. I could highlight some negative aspects, such as its weight. It's not a light skate at all, making it challenging to move and lift. If you live on the 1st or 2nd floor with stairs, the 35 kilos of skate will be difficult to lift. It's very heavy, or this skate, well, the truth is that when it comes to moving it, it's not very light and versatile. And then also to tell you that the driving is not like a regular skate, a basic user skate. And it is a skate that is also aimed at experienced people who know how to ride with this type of devices. Because you have to know very well that you are carrying a powerful skate and that it does not turn, maybe it does not have that fragility that other more basic skates have. That at a level of negative points. Leave us in the comments, what did you think of this Kukirin Uno Pro? As always, we will be reading you. Leave your opinions, your questions, and your point of view, which will be much more objective than mine. And does all this make me ask you to subscribe if you are not subscribed? Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our reviews as we analyze all kinds of technology. Leave your like. If you like the video, we also leave you in the description link the purchase links so you can go directly to the store and buy this skateboard. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next Tech Ground episode. See you soon. Thank you.